Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Shabnam Choudhary and I'm from Anjuman Islam Abdul Azim Khatkate English Secondary School, Fashi. Today I'm going to teach you an important topic that is from Standard 5th subject Maths. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to learn or understand fraction, make part of a whole to show fraction, understand and write equivalent fraction, understand and write like and unlike fraction, and understand and compare between two fractions. So let's start. Here, as you can see, a small and beautiful house, and this is Rani. As you can see here, Rani called her friends to play. Same while she orders some eatable also. Now all friends are came and they start playing. And as you can see here also, student, a pizza man is on the way to deliver a pizza to Rani's house. What a delicious pizza! I know everyone love to eat pizza. Same with Rani's friend. But the question arises over here is that there are total 5 friends along with Rani. That means there are total 6 friends. So how this whole pizza is distributed among themselves? So what the Rani does, this pizza is whole. Rani cut pizza into some pieces and tried to serve it. She took one piece of pizza and give to one of the friend. So 1 out of this 6 parts can be expressed as 1 upon 6. Similarly, if she will take 2 piece of pizza, so that can be expressed as 2 line or upon 6. So student, such type of numbers are called fraction, that is 1 upon 6, 2 upon 6. Maybe you will think, what is a fraction? So a fraction is something that show parts of a whole. Let me repeat that for you because that will be used multiple times today. A fraction is something that show part of a whole. Part of a whole. As you can see here, this is a chocolate cake. If I'm going to cut one piece of the chocolate cake, so this one piece is a part of this whole chocolate cake. Similarly, in this beautiful family, there are 4 members. These 2 kids are the part of this whole family. Similarly, door, windows are the part of this house. Now, as you can see here, this is a square. Square is made up of 100 of blocks. An important part is that every block contributes individual to make it whole. Again, I am repeating the same statement. Every block contributes individually to make it whole. If you take away a small piece of block from made up of the whole, that is a part of that whole square. So I think so the definition is clear to everyone. Fraction means part of a whole. As you can see, this is an apple. If I'm going to cut this apple into 2 parts, that is 2 pieces, and I'm going to distribute this among Rani as well as Alia. So each one get one piece of apple. So here 1 line 2. Why this 1 upon 2? Why you have to write 1 on the top and 2 at the bottom? So here, let me clear this. Total number of parts, that is 2. Okay, one single apple, and how many parts we have made? 2. So total number of parts is 2. And line. So here total parts of is 2. And how much part Rani got? Only 1. So how many parts we are talking about? 1. That is one single piece. That's why the fraction is 1 upon 2. Now again total number of parts, that is 2. And how many parts we are talking about? That is 1. Again I'm going to repeat the same thing for you student. Total number of parts is 2 and how many parts we are talking about? That is 1. That means total number of parts you have to write below the line and the parts we are talking about you have to write above the line. Let us take the example of this pineapple. Cut into 2 equal parts. Again distributed amongst Rani as well as Alia. Each one got the one piece. So again total number of part is 2 and Rani got only 1 part. So how many parts we are talking about? Again 1. So here the fraction is 1 upon 2. Now student, this 1 upon 2, why you have to write 1 above and 1 below, that you have clear. But I know this 2 is known as a denominator. Already you learned what is meant by numerator and denominator. So this 2 is denominator and this 1 numerator. That means while writing the fraction you have to think or you have to write in such a manner that the total number of parts will be that in the denominator and the part you are talking about you have to write in the numerator. Again suppose this is a 5 star that is in blue color. If I am going to color 2 out of this 5 star, I have colored only 2 stars in orange color. So how you going to write numerator and denominator? You have to think what is numerator and denominator. As you know, numerator means above the line and denominator means below the line. So here at the place of numerator which number you are going to write and at the place of denominator which number you are going to write. So there are how many stars? There are 5. So that you are going to write in the denominator place and you have colored only 2. So that you are going to write in the numerator place. 1 upon 2. Again I am going to repeat the same thing for you students. So that concept is cleared by you. This 1 upon 2, that means 1 in the numerator place you have to write how many parts we are talking about and at the place of denominator you are going to write total number of parts. So my dear student, fraction can be written using 2 whole numbers and a line. Again the same thing I am going to repeat to you student. A fraction can be written using 2 whole numbers and a line. So 1 upon 6, 1 means number above the line, that is numerator, and 6 number below the line is called as a denominator. So let's take the example of pizza. There are one whole pizza that cuts into 6 equal parts, and when we are going to take about the 1, so the fraction will be 1 upon 6. So this pizza is whole cut into 6 equal parts. So denominator tells us the total number of parts in a whole. So that will be going to write in the bottom. Similarly, if you are going to take 2 pieces, so you have to write 2 upon 6. I hope this definition is clear to everyone. Here you can see there's some more example for that. As you can see, there are total 8 parts. Out of that only 5 parts are colored. So this is 5 upon 8. Similarly, there are 9 parts out of 4 colors. So you can write 4 upon 9. There are so many examples for this. This is 4 upon 6. This is 3 upon 8 or 3 upon 5. Here colors are different, but you have to take the individual diagrams. So in the first one there are total 7 parts, out of 2 parts are colors, so this is 2 upon 7, or next is 2 upon 3. Here 1 upon 10 and 1 upon 7. Same way you can write for this circle also. The circle is divided into 2 equal parts and 1 part is colored, so 1 upon 2. Here next is divided into 4 equal parts. Fraction is 1 upon 4 because only 1 part is color. Here 3 equal parts, only 1 part is color, so you can going to write 1 upon 3. Now I hope this definition is clear to everyone. Fraction we can use in our day-to-day life. As example is a pizza, this biscuit, chocolate is there, then chole is there. If you're going to cut 1/4, it's look like in this way. Chocolate, students love to eat chocolate. They distribute the chocolate into 2 equal parts. Some measuring spoons are available in our home. Similarly for measuring milk, water, oil, clock. All these are the some simple examples of fraction. Move on to the next topic. Now this is a circle, okay, one complete circle. If I'm going to cut this circle into 2 equal parts and 1 part if I'm take away, so what is my fraction? That is 1 upon 2. Why it is 1 upon 2? Because there are 2 equal parts and 1 part I have took away, so that is 1 upon 2. Similarly, if you are going to see this disc, similarly if you are talking about this ring, so if I am going to divide or break this ring into 4 equal parts, so my fraction will be 4, that is in the denominator. Out of this 4, if I am going to color only 2 parts, so how am I a fraction? That is 2 upon 4. Look at the next example. This is one cuboid. This cuboid is equally distributed or equally divided into 6 parts. Out of this, that means 6 part. So that 6 will be, you are going to write in the denominator. Now, if suppose 3 boxes I took, so my fraction is 3 upon 6. Now, student, in the 3 example, the fraction half has been shown by 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 6 respectively. It means that the value of 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 6, these all 3 fraction is the same. That means how are you going to write? 1 upon 2 is equals to 2 upon 4 is equals to 3 upon 6. Such fraction of equal values are called as equivalent fraction. So our next topic is equivalent fraction. So equivalent fraction are fraction that have the same value but different numerator and denominator. Again, I'm going to repeat the same definition for you. Equivalent fraction are fraction that have the same value but different numerator and denominator. Let me explain you this. This is one rectangle. I divide this rectangle into 2 equal parts and I have colored only 1 part. So my fraction will be 1 upon 2. Suppose if I am going to take the same rectangle and I divide that rectangle into 4 equal parts, so my fraction will be 2 upon 4. Similarly, if I am going to take the same again rectangle and again I am going to divide that into 8 equal parts, so my fraction will be 4 upon 8. As you can see here, student, the position of the colored part has not changed. In the first, it is divided into 2, then 4, then 8. But the position of the colored part has not changed. So, let us take the another example. this is one square. If I'm going to divide this square into two equal parts, or if I'm going to divide this into again four equal parts. So here, as you can see, the colored part has not changed. Or if you're going to see this example, this is a rectangle. It is divided into six equal parts. And this is the another example. It is divided into three equal parts. But the colored shaded part are changed. Let us move to the second example. This is one rectangle divided into two equal parts, and I have colored only one part. This is the same size of rectangle divided into four equal parts, and here again I have colored only one part. So if you're going to see here, if you're going to compare, suppose compare between this rectangle, the colored part is 1 in both the place, but you're going to see the position has changed. Similarly, if you're going to talking about this triangle, this is again divided into two equal parts and only one part is colored. If you're going to talking about this triangle, again it is divided into two equal parts and one part is colored, but just check the position of the colored part. So these are, we cannot say this is an equivalent fraction because here the position of the colored part has changed. It is equal. Both the triangles have two equal parts and one part is colored, but the position has changed. So this is not the equivalent example. Similarly, for this rectangle also, it is divided into two parts, four parts, and only one part has colored, but the position of the colored part has changed. If you're going to see this example, again these are the two square. One is divided into two equal parts, next is divided into three equal parts, but the position of the colored part has changed. So if you want to write the fraction for the first one, it is 1 upon 2 and the second one is 1 upon 3. But these are not the equivalent fraction. Why? Because the main important, the position of the colored part has changed. If you're going to see the strips, with the help of these strips, you can again explain what is meant by equivalent fraction. This is a one single strips divided into two equal parts, then divided into four equal parts, divided into six equal parts, divided into 8 equal parts, divided into 10 equal parts. So here I am taken a one strip. There are total 5 strips. In that, first one is divided into 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, then 10. Okay, out of this, in the first I've colored only one part. Similarly, for second I've colored two parts. Third I've colored in 3 parts. Then 4 parts, then 5 parts. So if you are going to observe here, student, the position of the colored part has not changed. Here the number of parts are increased, but the position of the colored parts had not changed. So for the first one, we are going to write 1 upon 2. Therefore, I already explained you why you're going to write 1 upon 2. This is 2 upon 4. This is 3 upon 6. This is 4 upon 8. And this is 5 upon 10. So all these are the examples of our equivalent fraction. Look at the next example. This is one, we can say a rectangle. Here it is divided into 5 equal parts. In that, 2 parts is colored or shaded. The colored part fraction is 2 upon 5 of the whole figure. Take the second, same size of rectangle and divide it into 15 equal parts. As you can see here, there are 15 equal parts, and how many parts are colored? Only 6. So the fraction will be 6 upon 15. As you can see, in both the rectangle, parts are increased, but the position of the colored part has not changed. So the main important thing is that, student, the colored part has not changed. In the equivalent fraction, if you are going to take any kind of figure, that is square, rectangle, circle, anything, and you're going to divide into several parts, but the condition is the colored part has not to be changed. Okay, now is there any special connection between these two fractions, or we can say in this numerator and denominator? Yes, I will explain that. You're going to see here, student, the first fraction is 1 upon 2, second one is 2 upon 4, and next is 4 upon 8. These are the equivalent fraction. If 1 is multiplied by 2, we will get the 2. And if 2 is again multiplied with 2, we will get the answer as 4. Similarly, if 2 is multiplied by 2, you will get the answer as 4. And 4 is multiplied by 2, you will get the answer as 8. That means these three fractions are equivalent. Okay? So 1 upon 2 is equals to 2 upon 4, and 1 upon 2 is equals to 3 upon 6. Similarly, 2 upon 6 is equals to 4 upon 12. So here some number is multiplied in the numerator as well as same number has multiplied in the denominator to get the next fraction. So after multiplying with the same number, we will get the equivalent fraction. So here the rule is, when the numerator and denominator of a fraction are multiplied by the same number, we get an equivalent fraction. Again, this definition is very important, student. So again, I'm going to repeat. When the numerator and denominator of a fraction are multiplied by the same number, we get an equivalent fraction. Now, again look at this over here. If the numerator and denominator have a common divisor, then the fraction obtained on actually dividing them by that divisor is equivalent to the given fraction. Look at the example over here. We'll take the same example, that is 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4, 4 upon 8. If 4 upon 8, if 4 is divided by 2, you will get the answer as 2. 8 divided by 2, you will get the answer as 4. Same way, if 2 is divided by 2, you will get the answer as 1. If 4 is divided by 2, you will get the answer as 2. So again, we can say this 1 upon 2 is equals to 2 upon 4 is equals to 4 upon 8. In the earlier one, when you have going to multiply it, you will get the equivalent fraction. And here you have divided with the same number in the numerator as well as in the denominator, you get the same fraction. So again, when the numerator and denominator of a fraction are divided by the same number, we get an equivalent fraction. Same, the rule is same for multiplication as well as for division. You have to multiply and divide with the same number in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Look at this example, 6 upon 15. Now, if 6 upon 15 is divided by 3 in the numerator, same you have to divide it by 3 in the denominator, and you will get the answer as 2 upon 5. Look at the next example, 6 upon 12. If 6 upon 12 is divided by 2 in the numerator as well as in the denominator, what will you answer? 3 upon 6. If same fraction is divided by 3, both the place, that means in numerator and denominator, what is your answer? That is 2 upon 4. Similarly, if again the same fraction is divided by 6, so your answer will be 1 upon 2. So the important rule that you have to understand that, student, equivalent fraction can only be made by multiplying or dividing, and whatever I do to the numerator, that is top, same way you have to do in the denominator, that is bottom. So this rule will help you to solve the problem set. So 3 upon 4 equals to 9 upon 12. That means here I have multiplied 3 upon 4 with 3 to get my equivalent fraction. So 3 in the numerator as well as in the denominator to get the answer. 18 upon 24. So when you are going to multiply it with 2 in the numerator, similarly you have to multiply it by 2 in the denominator to get the equivalent fraction. 72 upon 96. Any guesses? Which number is multiplied in the numerator as well as in the denominator? That is 4. So 4 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Look at this example. 36 upon 48. That is, in the earlier example, as you here see, this is in increasing order. Now here, as you can see, this is a decreasing order. So 36 upon 48 you have to convert into 12 upon 16. That means you have to divide. So by which number you are going to divide? So you will get the answer as 12. That is, tell me anyone, that is 3. So 12 upon 16. Similarly, when 12 upon 16 is divided by 4, you will get the answer is 3 upon 4. So students, we will start to solve some sums. So here the first one. Find a fraction with denominator 30 which is equivalent to 5 upon 6. So here 5 upon 6, and the question is you want fraction 30. That means in the denominator place the number is 30 and you want in the numerator place. So let's start. Here our fraction is 5 upon 6. As you can see, this is the 5 upon 6 is smaller and the 30 is bigger. That means you have to multiply. So by which number you are going to multiply? Again you will going to write the fraction. Now multiply. So you know by which number in the 6th table when you multiplied which number, then you get the answer is 30. So I know the answer is 5. So student, the answer is 30. But what is the rule? Whatever number you will going to multiply in the denominator or in the numerator, same you have to follow. See, if you are going to multiply with 5 in the denominator, that means you have to multiply with the same number in the numerator. So here the answer is 25 upon 30. Next one. Find a fraction equivalent to 15 upon 40 but with denominator 8. So here our question is 15 upon 40 and what we want? Denominator 8. That means we have to find the numerator. As you can see, 15 upon 40 is bigger number and 8 is smaller. That means you have to do some division part. So same way you will going to write the fraction, that is 15 upon 40. Same manner you will going to write again. Now this you have to divide. So for that the table you have to at least you have to by heart till 20. So by which number you are going to divide by 40? So get the answer as 8. But obvious, that is 5. When 40 divide by 5, you will get the answer as 8. Now what I have told you, whatever you will apply in the denominator, same you have to follow in the numerator. So 15 divide by 5 and your answer is 3. So this is the required answer. Write the proper number in the box. Here the question. 1 upon 2 is equals to that empty or dash upon 20. So you have to think what you have to do, whether you have to multiply or whether you have to divide. So 1 upon 2 is smaller than 20. That means you have to multiply. So by which number? So when 2 is multiplied by some number, that means you will get the answer as 20. So similarly, you will going to write that 1 upon 2, then equals to sign, then again 1 upon 2. So 1 upon 2 is multiplied by, or 2 is multiplied by 10, then you will get the answer as 20. So if you are going to multiply in the denominator, same you have to follow in the numerator. Here the answer is 10 upon 20. It's very simple, student. Look at the next example. 3 upon 4 is equals to 15 upon dash. Now you have to find in the denominator. Earlier in every place you have to find the answer for the numerator. Now the time for denominator. Same method you have to follow. 3 upon 4. Then again you will going to write the same thing. 3 upon 4. And here now you have to multiply in the numerator. And you want the answer as 15. That is bigger. That means you have to do multiplication. So when you're going to multiply 3 with 5, you will get the answer as 15. Similarly, in the denominator, when you're going to multiply with 4 into 5, you will get the answer as 20. So here the required answer. Just you have to remember here whether you have to do multiplication or whether you have to do division. For multiplication, you have to find the bigger number, and for while doing division, you will find the smaller one. This is the next example. 9 upon 11 is equals to 18 upon dash. Same method you have to follow here, student. As everyone know, when you are going to multiply 9 with 2, you will get the answer. So this I have kept empty, that you have to fill it. Because we have solved so many sums, so I think you will solve this one also. I want everyone to quickly note down this. Same here. Now this is his homework for you, student. Just keep this in mind, okay? Whatever you will do in the numerator, whether it is multiplication or division, same you have to follow in the denominator. Again, these are some examples. (14 upon 26 is equals to dash upon 13. That means bigger to smaller. You have to find a division. That means you have to do here division process. Quickly see everyone. Yeah, you got the answer as 7. Now move on to the next topic. Now as you can see here, these are two rectangles. These are the two discs, two moving circle, alphabet S, alphabet V. Can you tell me, student, is there any similarity or something is different you can see here? As you can see here, student, the first picture, that is about rectangle. One is big and one is small in size. Similarly for the next one, again one is big and one is small. And the next to this moving circle, if you're going to see, both are in the same size. And we are talking about this alphabet S and V. colored are same for all the one, but the size of first, second and fourth diagram is bigger and smaller. Look at this example. This is one rectangle. I've divided into 4 equal parts and I've colored all the 4 parts. This is one square divided into 4 equal parts and I've colored only one part. This is one circle divided into again 4 equal parts and I've colored or I've shaded only 3, or I've written 1 to 3 number. So what will be my fraction? For the first one, my fraction will be 4 upon 4. Why so? Because there are 4 equal parts. So that will go in the denominator. Out of that 4 parts, all 4 parts are colored. So my fraction is 4 upon 4. Similarly for the next, it is a square divided into 4 equal parts. I've colored 1. My fraction will be 1 upon 4. Same for the circle. My fraction will be 3 upon 4. If you're going to observe here, student, in the denominator place 4, 4, 4. Such type of fraction is known as a like fraction. Fraction with same denominator are called like fraction. As you observe over here, student, as you can see here, the numerator is different but denominator are same. Such kind of fraction is known as a like fraction. So here the definition of the fraction: fraction with same denominator are called like fraction. For example, 1 upon 7, 6 upon 7, 10 upon 7, 12 upon 7, 8 upon 7 are all examples of like fraction. This is a very simple example of simple definition. Just you have to remember this in the denominator while comparing two fractions, whether it is like or not. Just you have to see the denominator. If the denominator is same, both are the like fraction. Look at this diagram. One triangle, divided into 2 equal parts and I've colored one part. So my fraction will be 1 upon 2. This is one, we can say, square distributed into 4 equal parts and I've colored 3. My fraction will be 3 upon 4. This is one again example distributed into 6 equal parts and I've colored only 2. My fraction will be 2 upon 6. If you're going to observe here, denominators are different. So is this a like fraction, student? No. So fraction with different denominator are called unlike fraction. Again, I'm going to repeat the same thing for you. Fraction with different denominator are called unlike fraction. Now we will solve some problems. You have to convert the given fraction into like fraction. So these are the two fraction and you have to convert into a like fraction. So how are you going to convert this? First you are going to write 3 upon 4. Now you know that while reading 4 table, 4 ones are 4, then 4 twos are 8. That means 4 or 8, there is some relationship between 4 and 8. When you are going to multiply 4 with 2, you will get the answer as 8. So what I am going to do here, I am going to write the fraction 3 upon 4 and I am going to multiply 4 with 2. So I will get the answer as 8. But what is our equivalent fraction rule? Whatever operation or whatever thing you will do in the denominator or numerator, same you have to follow. So if I am going to multiply 4 with 2, I have to multiply 3 with 2 also. So here my answer will be 6 upon 8. So if you're going to compare this 6 upon 8 and 5 upon 8, these are the like fraction. I hope you understand this, student. Here you have to see the denominator. If denominator are different, you have to see some relationship between that, whether they are coming that table all know and that. Here 4 or 8? So everyone know 4 is a simple table, so 4 2s are 8. So what you are going to do? You will multiply 4 with 2. By following the equivalent rule, same you have to do in the numerator and you will get the answer. Look at the next example. 3 upon 5, 3 upon 7. So here if you're going to see, there is no such relation between 5 and 7 because both are the prime number. So what you are going to do, here you will going to write 3 upon 5 and 3 upon 5 again, and you have to multiply. Now by which number you are going to multiply? You will get the answer as 7. So there is no such number when you are going to multiply and you will get the same answer. So here what you are going to do, you will take the number that comes in the second fraction, that is 7. So 7 is multiplied by 5, same multiplied by 3, and here you will get the answer as 21 upon 35. Now to the next fraction, that is 3 upon 7. Same here you will do, but here you will not multiply 7 with 7. Here what you will going to do? Here you will multiply 7 with 5. So same, follow in the numerator and here you will get the answer. As you can see here, both the denominator are same. That means both are the like fraction. I hope you understand this. Now this is a simple one. I think you solve this sum. This 4 upon 5 and 3 upon 10. That means if you are going to multiply 5 with 2, you will get the next. And the fourth one, 9 and 6. That means you have to multiply 9 with 6 and 6 with 9. Here's few sums are there for you for homework, student. Okay, now move on to the next topic. Dairy milk, my favorite, and I know everyone loves to eat dairy milk chocolate. Here's silk. Now can you tell me which chocolate do you want to eat? I want to eat the silk only because size is bigger. Similarly, this one piece of chocolate cake, and here the whole brown chocolate cake. Which one do you want? The whole one or the smaller piece? I know everybody wants the whole chocolate cake. Similarly, I want here two examples of game. One is Ludo game and one is mobile. I think this is a PUBG game. So now for today's kids, they love to play in the mobile game. No one wants to play the Ludo game. So here student, why I am showing you this all example? Because our next topic is related to these examples. As you can see here, these are the fruits and below it is written that heavy. That means if you are going to compare heavy and light, compare. If you are going to compare between heavy and light, there are 2 green apples and there are 3 orange. But obvious orange is heavier because there are total number increased and here it is only 2. So the heavier one is moving. Similarly, if you're going to observe this picture, the tennis ball is heavier than the feather. That means our next topic is comparison between fraction. Now, in our day-to-day life, we easily compare between two things. While it is about chocolate, any eatable things, any dress or any cold drinks, any games, anything. It's depend upon likes, size, taste. Whatever taste we like, that only flavor we're going to eat. For ice cream and cold drinks, we want big chocolates only, we want mobile games. So it is depend upon our like, and we will compare which one is heavy, which one is lighter, this color is dark, this color is light. But how to compare between fraction? That is a necessary condition, important thing. You have to compare here the fraction, not our day-to-day life equipment. So here how to compare between the two fractions. So my dear student, let us take this example. This is one rectangle divided into 4 equal parts, and I've colored only one part. So what will be my fraction? 1 upon 4. Again, I will take the same rectangle divided into 4 equal parts, and I've colored only 3 parts. So my fraction is 3 upon 4. So here you have to compare which fraction is bigger, which fraction is smaller. As you can see here, both the fraction is like because denominator are same. So student, when the denominator are same, how you are going to compare? You have to see the numerator. In numerator, you have to see in the numerator place which number is bigger. Here the 3 is bigger, so you will put 2 dots, and 1 is smaller. Here you will going to put 1 dot and join them. So 1 upon 4 is less than 3 upon 4. It's very simple. Again, I'm going to repeat this for you, student. These are the two fractions. These are the like fraction because denominators are same. When denominator are same, you will going to compare between two numerator. Then next step, see which numerator is bigger number. Here the 3 is bigger, put 2 dots over there, and from smaller numerator side put 1 dot and join them. It's very simple. So let us take this example. This strip is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 equal parts. Out of this, 3 parts are colored as pink and 2 part is blue. So what is our fraction? 3 upon 8, that is for pink, and 2 upon 8 for blue. Again, this is the like fraction. When like fraction, immediately see the numerator. Which number is bigger? 3 is bigger, put 2 dots. 2 is smaller, put 1 single dot and join them. So 3 upon 8 is greater than 2 upon 8. This is the method to compare between two like fraction. So in like fraction, the fraction with greater numerator is the greater fraction. Okay, this is square divided into 2 equal parts, and I've colored 1 part. Again, square divided into 4 equal parts, and I have colored 1 part. So what is my fraction? This is 1 upon 2 and this is 1 upon 4. Now as you can see here, denominator different, matlab unlike fraction. Now when unlike fraction is there, how you are going to compare? As you can see here, numerator are same. So how you are going to compare? Like this. Why like this? I will explain you this, student. Fraction with equal numerator. When there is a fraction between equal numerator, the fraction with the greater denominator is smaller. As you can see here in this example, student, these are the unlike fraction and numerator are same. So what is the correct method? If numerator are same, then how you are going to compare? You will see in the denominator, and in the denominator which is the smaller number, there you will put 2 dot, and greater number you will put 1 single dot. So 1 upon 2 is greater than 1 upon 4. Now these are the 2 box, and I want to measure the height of this student. This is Asha and Leela. Now I think this is unfair because Asha is standing in a taller. The height of the box is taller than compared to the Leela. So what I'm going to do, I will take the same size, and I told both of them to stand over there. Now I'm going to compare. Now Leela height was it's much than Asha. So to compare unlike fraction, we convert them into their equivalent fraction so that their denominator are the same. If there are the unlike fraction and numerator is also not equal to the same, so how you are going to compare? You will make denominator is a like, as the given example, two students are there. So it is if you have to measure the height of the both the students, so they will stand in the same box, not the small and the large or bigger and a taller box. So while comparing between two unlike fraction, first you will going to make them like fraction, then you will going to write whether it is greater or equal. So these are the some rules to be followed while comparing the fraction. Let us solve some example based on that. You have to write the proper symbol. First you will going to see about the fraction 3 upon 7, 3 upon 7. Both are the equal, means you will put the equals to sign. It's very simple, students. Look at the next example. 3 upon 8, 2 upon 8. Like fraction. So see the numerator. Which side is greater? There you will going to write the greater one. Look at the next example. Again the like fraction. When like fraction, you will going to see the numerator, and which number is greater, you will put that sign as a 2 dots. Here as you can see, both are the unlike fraction. So for the unlike fraction, first you have to make it the like fraction. How you are solving the earlier one, you have to make the unlike fraction is a like fraction. Same way you have to follow here. So again, both are the same. So this is the like fraction. Look at the next example. Here the denominators are different, but numerators are same. So the denominator with smaller is the greater. So according to that, you will put the greater sign. These are the few sums for homework to you, student. This kind of sums I already explained you. Look at the next example. All these are the unlike fraction, and numerator and denominator both are different. So first you have to make it like fraction. So by multiplying or dividing, that I already explained you. Here you have to multiply. So I will multiply with 2 to get my answer. Now compare between this. Yeah, right. Few sums homework for you, student. Now here totally different things. Look at the example carefully, student. This is 2 upon 3. In the earlier problem set, I explained you how to solve this. Here you have to make the like fraction. So you will going to multiply 3 with 7 to get the answer. Same you have to do in the numerator. So 14 upon 21. See here, now 7 is multiplied by 3 to get the answer. I hope you understand this. Again, these are the two sums homework for you, student. So I hope you understand all the matter. So let us summarize what we have learned, student. Fraction are part of whole. Never forget the definition of the fraction, that is a part of the whole. Equivalent fraction have the same value even though they appear different. That means in the numerator and denominator, if the numbers are different, but they are the equivalent fraction. In like fraction, denominators are equal. Thank you everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.